and gave the judge that stuff. And the judge comes out sweating, going, "Who wrote this letter? I will not allow violence in this courtroom." And I go, "Judge, what violence?" And he says, "You can't represent your father. You're not a licensed attorney." And I go, "Well, sir, that's strange because I have never heard of an attorney's license in my life. In fact, I even called the licensing commissioner. They offer driver's license, mortgage licenses, real estate licenses, but no license to practice law. I asked them for it and they don't have it. So if you could show me your license to practice law, then I will be able to determine whether I'm a licensed attorney or not." And he got super angry and said nothing. And I said, "Sir, are we in a court of record today?" And he was dead quiet. Meanwhile, all the attorneys are like standing next to me, like, "Hey, you little kid, I don't think you know what's going on. Like, why don't you come outside here and talk to me? Like, you don't know." Da, 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 da. And I just look at him and I go, "Look, hey, I don't have a look. He's the one keeping my dad in jail, not y'all. So I don't really want to talk to you guys. I'm trying to get this settled." And I asked the judge, "Sir, for the third and final time, is this a court of record?" I want it on the record that the judge is not responding to my very simple questions, if this is a court of record or not. And when I do that, he clicks the panic button underneath the desk. The bailiffs drag me out of the courthouse, and they bring my dad into court, and they go, "Russ, we'll let you go if you promise not to do it again." And my dad hadn't seen me since I was 10 years old, and he didn't even know I was there. So he was just all like, "Yeah, Judge, I promise." I'm like, "Yeah, I won't do it again." And they release him. And I was like, I knew this was real. And so once that happened, I dedicated my life to figuring out a way to incorporate that knowledge with the spiritual knowledge that I already knew. And so you're definitely correct that it's actually purely financial. They actually consider your body warehouse goods and file liens and store your body in a warehouse, and they monetizing it using the General Service Administration. They file a bid bond, a performance bond, and a payment bond with the General Service Administration, Standard Form 93, 94, and 95. And then they get you to pay commissary, right? And they make it all, it's all money. You have like you have a CID number. They threw me in jail one time for revealing this knowledge. They gave me like a debit card. They called it a debit card, and they named me, I was part of the trustee program, right? So like the trustees, and I was doing work and all that stuff. And you had to pay for everything. There's always attorney's fees, court costs, all these things, and they traded on the private system called the Court Registry Investment System. And so, if you want to get out of a court case, just send a affidavit of questionnaire to the judge and to the attorneys, and just ask them under penalty of perjury, do you have a financial interest in this case? Yes or no. If it's yes, you must recuse yourself. If it's no, then you've perjured yourself. The IRS will find out about it, and you will go to prison. That's how you stop court cases.
Man, guys, I mean, come on, man. You can't tell me you're not impressed right now and also appalled. How many of y'all's jaws dropped when you found out that we're getting traded like cattle or whatever you want to call it in jail? And also, we now, man. By the time this live is over, you're gonna have 10 nicknames. We got my cousin Vinny over here.